Good morning. This is the video for April 7th and for Math 4. And we're starting a new chapter. So that's exciting. If you didn't like the long multiplication, we're getting to do something new today. And we're going to be reviewing fractions in this chapter. Most of this should be reviewed to you, but it's been a while. So it's okay if you've forgotten. Use this opportunity to relearn fractions. So let's start simply by talking about what a fraction is. Okay, so I always like to do the pizza, right? And let's see. I ate one piece of the pizza and I want to know how much pizza is left. So it's less than one whole pizza, right? So in a fraction, we have the top number, which is the numerator, and we have the bottom fraction, which is the denominator. Now, the numerator tells us how many pieces do we have shaded, or we could ask how many pieces do I have unshaded, right? And the denominator tells me how many did I begin with, or how many in all. So I like to start with the denominator, and let's count how many pieces of pizza there were when it was delivered. 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 4 pieces of pizza, and how many are left, or how many are shaded? 3. So our numerator is 3, and our denominator is 4, and we would call this fraction 3/4. Notice that the bottom one has a TH on the bottom, and that's how we properly read that fraction. Okay, so we can also look at a set of things. So if I was to look at this set and I said, let's write a fraction for how many are shaded in this set, I would say, well, 2 are shaded and I have 5 in all, so my fraction is 2/5. 2/5. Okay? We can also look at the fraction on a number line, and we do this when we look at an inch, don't we? If I start at the end of my ruler here, and I had 1 inch here, we know that in the middle we had 1/2 of an inch, didn't we? Okay? I'm going to erase this for just a second though. Okay, so if we notice that in this inch from 0 to 1, we want to count how many sections we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So while I'm using this, I know that the bottom number, or the denominator, is going to be 4. Okay? Now, what if I were to say, tell me the fraction from here to here? I want to know what fraction this is. Okay? Well, how many, if it helps you, you could, see, I could kind of make some boxes. Now I have 4 boxes, and what if I colored this box in? Well, I could see that I colored in 1 of 4 boxes. So this fraction is 1/4. Okay? Well, what if I ask you, well, what fraction is right here? If I get to right here. Well, how many jumps do I make? 1, 2. And how many sections are there in all? 4. 2/4. Okay, let's keep going with that same idea. 1, 2, 3 jumps out of 4. Okay, and let's go ahead and do the final one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one says 1, but it's also 4/4. Okay? If I have all the pieces to the pizza, I have 1 whole pizza, don't I? And so 1 is the same thing as a number over itself. Okay? I think that you guys ought to be good to go from there. I think you're going to be pretty familiar with these. Make sure that you Marco Polo me if you have any questions, and have a great Tuesday.